Let's talk about the local elections taking place in 34 local authorities in England and one in Wales on the 2nd of May, with the possibility of political control shifting in many areas, and UKIP and the Greens hoping to take votes from the main three English parties. Let's look at some of the key battlegrounds. First of all, across the Midlands, particularly Staffordshire, Derbyshire, Leicestershire and Warwickshire, there'll be elections. Phil Mackey has been looking at the issues there. What's important politically about these counties, Phil?
Well, Sheila, it's because at a parliamentary election, they are critical, absolutely so, because at the last general election, those particular counties contain so many constituencies that were won by the Conservatives from Labour with relatively small majorities, and which Labour obviously hopes to win back at the next general election. At the last county council elections, it was a Conservative landslide, so they tend to control most of those authorities at the moment. So it's a key election battleground this time round, but really a very important indicator as to what might happen at the next general election.
And it's always interesting, isn't it, in local elections to know whether it's local or national, or some tension, friction between the two that gets people out voting.
Well, I was in Warwickshire yesterday afternoon, and I went to two towns, Nuneaton and Kenilworth, and actually most people weren't going to vote at all, and that often happens. The turnout can be very low in county council elections, but it's difficult to find a local issue that's really going to have a huge influence. It might happen at the odd ward level, and the Greens are particularly concentrating on one particular ward in Nuneaton where they've won a borough councillor in the past. But the key thing, there's one big issue that might affect areas of Staffordshire and Warwickshire. That's the high-speed 2 rail link, which goes through a lot of the areas along there. And the two parties that have come out and said that they would scrap it if they were to gain power at Westminster, however unlikely that would be, are UKIP and the Greens. So they might be winning votes along that line.